Fayad, welcome to this session. Sure. Good. welcome to the session. We're waiting for participants to join. Start the session in few minutes. The time we wait for participants, go through our social media platforms, tip communities. I've shared the link in the chat box. Hello everyone, welcome to this session. Wait for a few more minutes and then start the session by then. And time we wait for the participants social media platform. Get the link in the chat box. Also, you can team your badges till the time we wait for the participants to join. Guys, do redeem your badges. Share the link in the chat. Hello everyone. So Komal ma'am, am I audible clearly?
Yes, you are.
Thank you. Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Shubh Parmar, your host for today's webinar. My team and I are here to make sure you have a seamless and engaging experience. If you have any questions or need assistance, feel free to use the chat window. We are here to help. Topic for today is empower your workforce with Microsoft 365 Copilot. So today's event is sponsored by Synergetics. Synergetics is a leading edge learning solutions provider in India offering specialized training and consulting services. We empower businesses and professionals to thrive in today's fast evolving tech landscape by delivering transformative learning experiences. Our core focus is on enabling digital transformation through innovative skilling programs, advisory services, and end to end implementation support. From modernizing IT frameworks to mastering emerging technologies like AI, cloud computing, and DevOps, Synergetics is committed to equipping you with the tools and knowledge to succeed. We're thrilled to have Ms. Komal Sharma as today's speaker. She is a certified Microsoft trainer and a consultant at Synergetics. She brings a wealth of knowledge and experience in AI and cloud technologies. Uh, the agenda for this webinar is understanding Microsoft 365 Copilot and use cases for Microsoft 365 Copilot. We are providing a complimentary learning achievement badge for this session, uh, which includes an overview of the module topics which are related to this webinar. You can uh, share these badges on your LinkedIn and X profile as well. To get the badge activated, you just need to follow certain steps. You can see on the screen and redeem your badges. I've already shared the link in the chat box. I would like to take a moment to share some information about certification workshops we conduct at Synergetics. Uh, this webinar you are attending are designed to give you a brief overview and summary of the full course content. However, the actual certification training programs of this courses run over 4 days, and we are currently offering them at a special discounted rate exclusively for webinar attendees. On my screen, you can see the list of in-demand certification courses we are currently focusing on. For more details, I'll share contact of my colleague, Mr. Vivek Balasundaram. Feel free to contact him anytime. He'll give you all the information required for this public training calendar. Do follow us on our social media platforms to get relevant updates on upcoming webinars, workshops, and certification trainings we do. Also, I've already shared the link in the chat box. Thank you for listening to me. Now we'll hand over the mic to our speaker, Ms. Komal Sharma. Ma'am, you can take over from here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Shubh. Hello, team. Good morning. I hope I'm audible to everyone loud and clear. I hope my screen is visible. Okay, great. Across the team, I welcome you all for the session Empower Your Workforce with Microsoft 365 Copilot Use Cases. So, my name is Komal Sharma. I'm Microsoft certified trainer and having more than of 17 years of experience as a trainer and software consultant. I have all expert level of certification for Microsoft 365 services, Microsoft security solutions, and Microsoft Power Platform. And I'm working with Copilot like it's over 1.5 year. I'm working with Copilot and I am working with Copilot in different area. Like I'm expert in security, Power Platform, and M365 services. So I'm exploring the capability of Copilot in all these areas and will share my experience with you all the same. So I have offered innovative solutions on enterprise architecting and learning consultancy solutions. So let's start, team. So the agenda of today's session would be to make you understand that what is this Copilot for Microsoft 365, how you can write the effective prompt with Copilot. See, when you are using Copilot, you need to interact, right? So we are going to write a prompt so that we can interact with Copilot. We can communicate what is my requirement, what is the task I want to complete. So that's why it is very important to know that how we can write the effective prompt. And we will discuss different use cases. Like for example, you are from sales team, right? I am a trainer, so how Copilot will be beneficial for me. Like Shub is from marketing team, how Shub can be having benefited from Copilot technologies, right? So these are the use cases we are going to discuss. Okay, so team, as it's a 2 hour session, so I'm there to explain you all the agenda and the topic. If you have any query, any question, feel free to put your doubt in the chat. I will be addressing your query whenever I will be coming and switching to this screen, right? As my screen is right now shared. If any question is there, I cannot see, but I will jump to this area and will see your query and will answer you for the same. Okay, so feel free to put your doubt here. Hmm. So before moving ahead, I just want to know from my audience that how many of you already know about Copilot or any of the tool you are working that is related to Copilot? Anyone? Can you raise your hand? Anyone who is using Copilot chat? Okay, I can see Krishna, Abhishek, Vignesh. Okay. So you are already working with Copilot chat. Okay. So do you have the paid license? I mean M365 paid license. Okay, okay. So it means you all are using the free license for Copilot, that is Copilot chat. Okay, so Krishna is having a paid license. Okay, okay, great. Thank you so much for your response. Okay, now the another question is, how many of you know what is AI, and can you give me any example? Not the organization one, but any example you can give me from your personal or professional life. Any tool, any system, any application you are using that you feel like is a part of AI. Can you quickly give me some example? Yes, team, I'm waiting for your response. Chat GPT. Okay, that's great. So Krishna and Suresh has mentioned Chat GPT. Gemini. Okay, very good. So Vignesh has come up with so many examples. Okay, very good. Mm. Yeah, so Vaibhav, we cannot expect the same result every time, even if you are using the Chat GPT, right, or the Copilot. As it's not giving you the static answer, the answer may be dynamic, depend on the question you are putting, the prompt you are putting, right? Both are two different tools. Right, very good. Even Alexa is again a AI tool, right? Alexa, Siri that is there in your mobile, Alexa device. Even the Google Map, that is again the example of your chat GP in that artificial intelligence. Even many application you are using, that is a shopping application, entertainment application. So on the basis of your shopping experience, shopping habit, it give you the recommendation. This is what next you can buy, or this is what next you must be interested from, right? So these all are example of AI. Very good. Thank you so much, everyone, for your response. Okay, so now I hope it is clear. We all know about AI, artificial intelligence, and especially after the introduction of Gen AI, it is taking the creativity to the next level. Right? Why? Because this Gen AI is capable enough to generate a new content for you. This generative AI helps to create new artificial content or data that include images, videos, music, or even 3D models without any efforts required by human being. Now the advancement in LLM, it have led to the development of generative AI. What is this LLM? LLM is large language model, right? So if behind every AI there is a model, right? And these models are trained how they are supposed to behave, how they are supposed to perform. As if we call artificial intelligence, we human beings are intelligent, right? And we have trained these model so that these models can also behave in a way that these are intelligent. But as it's a artificial intelligence, because we human being have made that system right accordingly, that's are called artificial intelligence. And we train these model how they are supposed to perform and help a human being, kind of agent, kind of assistant, right? So these models are trained and learn the database, data set, and design within the data based on large data set. They can generate new examples that are similar to the training data. These models are capable of generative new content without any human instruction. For example, I can interact with Copilot and I will write that, hey, can you please create a document on Microsoft Copilot? I want to refer this document for my training requirement, right? Or I will write a prompt that help me create a case study on Power Platform topic, right? Or let's say any other topic. So I'm just putting my requirement, my command, and this document generation task will be done by Copilot, right? So this is what Copilot, that how this Gen AI behind the Copilot is helping or assisting a human being to generate a new content. So these are few example of a Microsoft Copilot. Copilot on web, like you all are using Copilot chat, that is the free one. You can just open Microsoft Edge, right? And any page you can open, web page, there you will see the Copilot icon. Just click on it and you would be able to use Copilot on web. That is free of cost. Or you can go to m365.cloud.microsoft.com, and here you just log in with your Outlook account or your organization account. Let me show you. Okay, so this is a web page open, right? And I'm logged into m365.cloud.microsoft.com, and I'm using paid license, so I can see both work and web mode. But all the participants who do not have the paid one, by default they will be using web, right? So that is called Copilot on web, where you can interact with Copilot, write the prompt, and Copilot will give you the response based on the information that is available over the web, right? So that is Copilot on web. And second is Copilot in M365 services. So M365 is what? It's a license. E3 license, E5 license, education license. So these are the license that come up with some bundle of services. Like, for example, you have different applications in your hand: Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, Microsoft Forms. So, these are the applications available. So, you can use Copilot directly embedded in this application, right? And you can write your prompt. Let's say I have to summarize my data which is available in Excel sheet. I wanted to summarize the meeting that will help me to prepare MOM, or I can write instruct Copilot to prepare MOM after the meeting is done. I can use Copilot to create a PPT on topic, right? So this is what Copilot in M365. Then Copilot in Dynamic 365. So Dynamic 365 is what the modern business application. So you can use Copilot capability directly into these applications. Then you have Copilot in Fabric, where Copilot can help you to summarize your data, to prepare a report, create a visualization, right? Then Copilot in Microsoft Azure. Microsoft Azure is what? That is your cloud platform where you are hosting your cloud resources. So here Copilot can help you to manage your resources available in cloud. Then you have Copilot in security. So Microsoft Security Copilot provide assistance for security professional as a access, mitigate and response to security threats. And last, Copilot in GitHub, that is for developer. It helps developer maximize their productivity by analyzing and explaining code, adding code documentation, generating new code based on natural language prompts. So I hope now it is clear that Microsoft Copilot for M365, it's like having a smart assistant right inside your favorite applications such as Word, Excel, Outlook. This assistant will help you get the things done faster and more efficiently by providing helpful suggestion, automating the task, right? Let's say I am a trainer. I'm most of the time busy in my training deliveries and I miss many emails throughout the day. Like today it's a 2 hour session, but generally I have 4 hour session, 8 hour session, and throughout the working hours I'm busy in my training. But what about the training preparation I have to do? Let's say I have to prepare any PPT. I have to prepare myself for any new topic. I need to prepare some artifacts. I have to prepare the assignments. I have to prepare the case studies, right? Or let's say I am going to miss many of the email during that 8 hour training session. So as I have to give the training, plus I have to maintain the productivity also, right? So I can use Copilot now that is working as a assistance for me. I can ask Copilot that please summarize all the emails I received today, or summarize the email sent by my manager, or if any meeting organized by my organization, my manager, and I'm going to miss that because of my training delivery, I am going to ask Copilot, give me the quick summary, whatever was discussed during the meeting. Is there any pending action item for me? I can use Copilot on web. I can use Copilot on Word, where I can use Copilot to prepare the document, to prepare the artifacts. I can use Copilot in PowerPoint to create the PPT. It is really going to save lots of my time. Earlier, I used to take 2 or 3 days just for these tasks. I can use Copilot on web to get some information over the web. For example, Microsoft keeps on changing in the course module. Something new is introduced, a new model is introduced. So I use Copilot on web to get the information, updated information available over the web. So this is what how Copilot is helping all the employees in their organization environment and improving their productivity. Now, how Copilot actually works? This is a question that we know that what work it do, but how it is happening? How Copilot know us? How Copilot know that what are the files I am accessing? How Copilot know that what are the summarization I need to do? Right? On what basis Copilot gives us the suggestion? Right? So there are different core components of Copilot. So team, let's just discuss that how Copilot actually works and what are the different core components for the same. So I have this video, just have a look. I need to reshare my screen with the sound. Just give me a second. Okay, I hope my screen is visible. Okay, so yes, WebHub, you have correctly mentioned large language model is a brain of AI. Now, why it is brain of AI? As we say that every yeah, like for example, we are using Copilot, ChatGPT. So behind the scene there is a models. So these models are trained. That's why we call them as a part of Gen AI. See, imagine we human beings. What we have? We have brain. If we call that we are going to train a new trainee, so what we are going to do? It's brain how they are responding to the trainings, right? How they are learning the things quickly. This is what developing the brain. So similarly, as we human beings are trained, right? We know about new things, we train ourselves, we go for different courses, certification. So what we are doing? It's a kind of we are feeding these data to our mind. Similarly, there are models. So we need to train them. We need to feed some information, right? So well said, Weber. So we can of course call large language model that is a brain of AI. Okay, so team, now just have a look to this video. So this video was just to give you the like understanding how the Copilot for M365 works directly in these applications. So now let's focus on different features of Copilot for Microsoft 365. So first, your Copilot is tightly integrated with Microsoft 365 applications. So if your organization has provided you the paid license, you can see that these application are these Copilot is directly available in these application. For example, here I have open uh, Microsoft Teams. Sorry, this is my Outlook. So as I have open, I can see here at the top, I can have the summary by the Copilot. Or if any of the email I can see, I have the Copilot available. Even at the extreme left side, I can see this Copilot icon. And here I have the work mode and web mode available. So I can see a Copilot here, same way in Microsoft Teams. Just pick any of the chat. For example, I have opened one of my chat and I can see that I have my Copilot icon here, right side at the top. Just click on it and I have the Copilot chat option available, right? So this is called the embedded experience. Copilot directly within your M365 environment. Here, Copilot for Microsoft 365, it use natural language processing. Means it understand the language that you generally speak, the language you generally understand. It understand your query to perform the task. For example, you will write in a simple English language that I want to schedule a meeting on so and so date and so time. You can also set the reminders. You can find information within your documents. Copilot can help you for data analysis and visualization. So you can analyze your data in Excel, create the charts, and it will provide you insight based on the data. Copilot can help you in content generation. Copilot can generate the text, presentation, and reports based on your input and your context. Copilot can automate repetitive tasks, for example, data entry, email responses, and document formatting. Copilot will enhance collaboration by summarizing the meeting notes, tracking action item, and integrating with Microsoft Teams. So team, just have a look on this video, and this is about the Copilot system.
Microsoft 365 Copilot is powered by what we call the Copilot system, a sophisticated processing and orchestration engine. It harnesses the power of three foundational technologies: the Microsoft 365 apps, that's Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Outlook, Teams, and more. The Microsoft Graph, that's all your content and context, your emails, files, meetings, chats, and calendar. And a large language model, or LLM, a creative engine capable of parsing and producing human-readable text, all accessible through natural language. It starts with a prompt from you in an app. Copilot pre-processes the prompt through an approach called grounding. Put simply, grounding improves the quality of the prompt, so you get answers that are relevant and actionable. One of the most important parts of grounding is making a call to the Microsoft Graph to retrieve your business content and context. Copilot combines this user data from the graph with other inputs to improve the prompt. It then sends that modified prompt to the LLM. You may be familiar with what an LLM can do based on your experience with ChatGPT or Bing Chat. Copilot takes the response from the LLM and post-processes it. This post-processing includes additional grounding calls to the graph, responsible AI checks, security, compliance and privacy reviews, and command generation. Finally, Copilot sends a response to the user and commands back to the apps. Copilot iteratively processes and orchestrates these sophisticated services to produce a result that feels like magic.
So, team, this was Copilot for Microsoft 365 system. Means how we interact with Copilot, how Copilot understand our prompt, and how Copilot gives you the response that is your personalized response. Means if I am going to write the prompt, it will give me the response according to me, the data I'm accessing, the people I'm interacting with, the email I'm accessing, right? And if you are interacting with a Copilot and writing the same prompt, you will get a different response, right? So let's just understand it in a more
Micro
better way. So first thing, when you start working with Copilot in your M365 environment, you need to have the license. So you can have E3 or E5 license. So that is the first requirement. Okay. So make sure you have an active license provided by your organization, or it may be A3 or A5, that is the education field license, and a business one, that is business standard and business premium. Make sure your account is active in your organization Entra, and you should be having access to OneDrive account. Okay. You can use Copilot in web mode, like all the applications. You can use Copilot in a web mode. Plus, if you have a desktop application, you can use the Copilot in both the way. Now, the second thing is that when you have the license, you have E3 license and you have provided the add-on license for Microsoft 365. Then what happens that you start using Copilot in different these applications. Okay. So Copilot first understand the prompt you have entered. Let's say what is your context, why you need this information. For example, as I have given you the example, like I'm a trainer. So Copilot will understand, okay, Komal need this information because she is in a role that is the trainer role, and she need this information according to his role, right? Her role. So Copilot understand the context. Maybe you are going to search for any product and the role is customer. You are customer and you are going to buy the product. You wanted to know what are the different options available, what are the different brands available, and you want the comparison, you want the review provided by other customer. So your context is customer and your need is according to a customer. Okay. Now, let's say I am a competitor. For example, I am going to manufacture the same product. So I wanted to know what is going on in the market. What is the latest trend, the customer liking, right? What is a famous product right now? So my context will be totally different. My need will be totally different for getting the response from the Copilot. So Copilot understand your context and need, and then it transform how we actually work. Means it connect you to your data, find out the related information available. Okay. And then it transform the response the way you understand, right? According to the role you are performing in your organization. And then it will give you the recommendation. Okay, I have given you the response, but this is what you would like to try next, right? Now, as you are in Microsoft 365 environment, all your data, all your information will be totally in a secure environment, because the time you are a part of your organization M365 environment, all the security policies, DLP policies are applied to you. So you can ask Copilot only the data you are authorized to access. There may be the information accessible to your manager but not to his team member. So Copilot will not give you the response on the basis of information your manager is authorized for, right? So every user can only perform the task with the help of Copilot that he is allowed for, right? So here team, this is the diagram you all can see at the right side of my screen. So you are here, right? You are a user. You may be using any device. Let's say you are using your company laptop, a mobile phone. Okay. So you have the license, so you can access all these applications. Now you can start interacting with Copilot. You can see the Copilot over there and you can write the prompt. Now, Copilot will consult to Microsoft Graph. What is Microsoft Graph? You can say this Microsoft Graph is a best buddy of Copilot. Now Copilot will consult Microsoft Graph that this is what information I'm looking for. So do you have this information? So Microsoft Graph, as it is kind of a connective tissues, means Microsoft Graph will connect a user information available in the entire Microsoft service. That may be the people who are working in the environment, right? The user, calendar, the file you are able to access, the meetings, devices, your coworker, the chat you are doing, right? So Microsoft Graph will find the information and provide this information back to Copilot. Now Copilot as the information received in a raw form. So Copilot refine these information in a way that a user can understand, right? A user can read the information and as per the context or need of the user, right? And Microsoft Graph will provide the information, maybe the information available in your OneDrive, Exchange, SharePoint, or Microsoft Teams. So, team, I hope it is clear that how Copilot works. No, you can, of course, use Rahul. You can use M365 Copilot with your family license too. Yes, you can use that as an add-on. So Copilot is available as an add-on. Okay. So team, can you please give me thumbs up if whatever discussed is clear to everyone? What is Copilot, how Copilot works, and Copilot ecosystem? Okay, great. Thank you so much for your response. Okay, so these are few core components that we need to understand that how Copilot system works, right? So as we have used this word multiple time, LLM, that is large language model. So large language models are a fundamental component, you can say, right? And that enable Copilot to provide intelligent, contextually relevant, right? And assist with different tasks. So LLM works in Copilot with the help of data processing and understanding. And that is done with the help of NLP. Now NLP, that is a natural language processing. So LLM, it use NLP, that is an advanced NLP technique to understand, to interpret a user input. This involves analyzing the context, right? The intent behind the text so that Copilot can generate a meaningful response. Now, LLM is again having some components included. Tokenization, semantic analysis, sentiment analysis, and language translation. Now, tokenization means, like, let's say as a user you have put a response, right? For example, you have put a prompt that help me create case study on Copilot, right? So in this sentence, there are 4 5 words, let's say. So every word will be provided a token. For example, explore the core component of Copilot for M365. This is the entire prompt. So first word, token 1, 2, 3, and so on. This is called a tokenization to understand and focus and intent the meaning of each and every word in the prompt. Now, semantic analysis. Semantic analysis is like to understand the intent, the context. You are a trainer, you are in marketing, you are a HR head. Okay? So, semantic is what? Like, what is the intention behind this prompt? Sentiment. Sentiment means mood. The same text can be written or same email can be written in different ways. Casual, formal, directive, right? Let's say you are going to draft an email that is kind of a Diwali invitation. So the mode will be different. You are in a party mode. But if you are drafting the email and that email you want for the meeting for the appraisal, so that would be kind of a formal one. Okay. Or let's say you are giving some instruction how a task should be supposed to be performed, kind of a directive tone, right? Then language translation. As Copilot, support is available in multiple language. So Copilot understand the language. That may be Hindi, English, German, right? So many languages it understand the same PPT. Just put the command that convert the PPT into this language. It will be done, right? And Microsoft 365 application. As M365 is directly available in your M365 environment. Now the next and very important component is Microsoft Graph. Microsoft Graph is a powerful tool that integrate with Copilot to enhance the productivity and streamline different tasks. Okay, Microsoft Graph is an API and that connect multiple Microsoft services and devices and provide a unified programming type of a model. It allows developer they can access a wide range of data and insight from Microsoft 365 services, including Outlook, OneDrive, Teams, and more. So, Copilot is basically going to enable Copilot to access and integrate the data from various Microsoft 365 services. Let me give you a quick demo. For example, I'm using Copilot Chat. And as I have paid license, so I can toggle to work mode. Now, as I'm in work mode, I can connect. Let me click on plus, add work content. Can you see that? I can connect to the people in my organization while I'm working, that is there in my OneDrive, meetings available in Microsoft Teams, emails in my Outlook. So I can ask Copilot to connect with any emails, meeting, files, any people, right? And even my SharePoint site, chats, and so many options I have. So this is what, if I'm putting any question, let's say I'm in a work mode and I'm putting a question that help me summarize the email received from. Now received from, I will connect with the people. Let's say I want to connect with Neha. She's my colleague. Just wait for a few seconds for the response. So Copilot has prepared the response. And have you noticed the response that is generated? It is not from a particular location, but the overall means if any chat I have done with Neha, if any email communication, if any file shared by Neha. So this is what how Microsoft is working behind the scene to help Copilot collect the information related to the user prompt available in the entire Microsoft system. So wherever the information is available, right? Here I have mentioned summarize the email received, okay? But if you want, summarize the data shared by Neha. Okay, so data can be shared by Teams, data can be shared by Outlook, right? So Copilot will look for this information from all these places, that is with the help of Microsoft Graph. So this slide is just to make you understand that how Microsoft is responsible and committed to the AI. So Microsoft is deeply committed to responsible AI, ensuring that the development and deployment of these AI technologies are ethical, transparent, and beneficial to everyone. There are some core principles of this responsible AI. Fairness. So Microsoft says that these models are unbiased and provide equitable outcome for all the users. These AI systems operate in safe and predictable manner. AI respect user privacy and safeguard all the sensitive information. Copilot is designed to serve diverse population and include perspective from different communities. So team, we are now done with our first part. Now the second module onward, we will discuss and explore how Copilot works directly in these applications. So from this section onward, I am switching to demo part and will take you how we can use Copilot in these application with some use cases. So before that, if anyone, any query, any questions so far, please mention in chat. Okay, so Rahul, you are saying you have a separate application for Copilot. So I'm not able to get you what application you are using for Copilot. Is it available over web or in mobile application? Okay, so Rahul, this must be a Copilot application available in your mobile, and that you can use if you have your. Do you have the paid license, Rahul? I hope you must be having the paid license. Or in your mobile, you can use Copilot application. That is a kind of a Copilot chat. Like you can download the Gemini and all like that. You can use Copilot. But if it is not a paid one, you cannot connect with your office environment. Okay, so yeah, Vignesh, I am taking now to Copilot only, how Copilot works. Hmm. Okay, so Rahul, the application you are using for Copilot, as you have the paid license for M365 family, but the Copilot, I hope you are using, if it is not the paid one, then it must be the free one, means you can connect with web. It's just like you are using Copilot chat, right? So as here in web mode, I'm using the Copilot like this. Same way you can download Copilot in your mobile application. Okay. But that is only to connect with web. Okay. You can ask any question and Copilot will respond you on the basis of information available over the web. Okay. So team, we are going to explore Copilot in different areas in these applications like Copilot in Word, Outlook, PowerPoint, Excel, and Teams. So team, I'm planning to explore all these examples by picking up the case study. Okay. For example, just give me a minute. Okay, so team, first I'm going to pick the use case that is executives, Copilot for executive role. For example, you are a executive, okay, and you are going to summarize all the emails, meeting and chats over the past 30 days. And here you can mention the topics. For example, this is just a quick demo of business chat. Make sure you are in a work mode. Now, related to what? So you can pick any topic, let's say list any action item for me or provide more details on the meeting. I am going to pick this one and enter. So here I have got the summary, all the chats and all everything. Okay. Now let's say you want to summarize the chat channels so that you can do in Microsoft Teams. Okay. So you can, for example, highlight from the past days, highlight from the past 7 days. For example, I want to pick this one. I will open Microsoft Teams. Here. Now it is giving me the highlights for last 7 days. Okay. Now let's move ahead. And in this part, I'm going to create the speech that is using Microsoft Word. For example, I hope I am audible. I think I was dropped for a few seconds. Can you give me thumbs up if I'm audible and my screen is visible to everyone? Team, am I audible? Okay, okay, great. Yeah. So I have opened Microsoft Word. The time you have open, immediately you will see this bar. This is a prompt bar where you can write your requirement. For example, I want to create a speech for the Fabricon stakeholder that summarize the result of the company's income statement found in the attached file. Okay. So now it is looking for the reference file. On the basis of that, this speech will be created. So I have to attach a file here. Let me check the file it is asking for. It is a Fabricon income statement. So now let me connect with that file. So that file is available in my resource file. You can copy the link of the file and here mention the link, right? And my file is attached. As you can see, the file link is attached. Now press enter. So Copilot has started working for my prompt and immediately within few seconds, my speech is ready that I can give to the stakeholder on the basis of income statement that I have attached. Now, as Copilot has given me one response, it is asking, this is what the pop-up you will get, and you can click on keep it. If you have reviewed and you find it okay, I can go with it. You can click on keep it. But let's say you are not satisfied with the response generated, you can click on regenerate. So Copilot is again try and will generate the content in a different style, a different way, right? So this is a second response. Can you see the number? 2 out of 2 means there are two responses available. This is the first one. This is the second one. So whatever the response you want to keep, just click on keep it. And that will be considered as a final one. But let's say the regeneration is not working as per your requirement. You want to make it more professional. So you can give the example how you want the content should be regenerated. So you can make it more professional. Enter. The more your prompt will be clear, you will get the related response. So now the response is generated. It's a more in a formal way, professional way. So you have total final 3 replies, 3 response generated. For example, the last one I want to keep it. So you can click on keep it. If you want to delete the response, click on this delete icon. You have an option to give thumbs up or thumbs out. Thumbs up means you are very much impressed with the response. Thumbs down means you didn't like it or it is not as per your expectation. So I'm going to click on keep it. So this is the final speech is created for me. Okay, and that I can use for my meeting. Let's say now your meeting speech is ready. You want to create a presentation for the meeting. So here you are going to use Microsoft PowerPoint, and here you can use the Copilot again. So I need this document, Fabricon financial presentation document. Let me check here. Yeah, this is what the document I want to refer for the presentation. I will open the PPT, a new one. When you are going to create a presentation, it is very time taking process to create a PPT, especially when you have a document already ready and you have to pick up the bullet points and create a PPT. It's really a very hectic task. But now here you don't need to be worried, because Copilot will help you to create a PPT with a reference of any other document. For example, I want to create a presentation, and here I will refer a file. So you do not have the file available in the recent file. If you want, you can check into the recent file. If not available, you can click on cloud file. It will connect you to OneDrive. Find out your file, like my file is available in the folder. Mm, This one, right? So this is the Fabricon financial presentation document. Select, and the file will be attached. Now you just need to press enter. It is preparing the content for your PPT. Now, for example, Copilot is giving you that this is what the content it is going to pick for that PPT. But if you want to make any change, let's say you do not want this particular section, you can click on delete. If you want to make any changes, you can add a new topic in between, right? Click on this plus. If you want to shift or reorder any topic, you can do it like this. Okay. If this is the final one, click on generate. Okay, so my PPT is generated. And click on keep it to make it the final one. So my PPT is ready. Let's say if you want to make any changes, you can use Copilot here, and you can ask Copilot any question. You can ask Copilot to summarize this presentation, summarize any particular agenda, summarize any particular slide. You can also add a new slide with the help of Copilot. For example, here I have added, it is added revenue and gross profit analysis, operating and other expenses, taxation. If you feel like any particular topic is miss or any topic you want to add from the web, that can be done. Okay. For example, here I want to add an agenda slide. It is giving the suggestion. So here I have my presentation agenda slide added. Now the next suggestion it is giving me that maybe at the end some question can be raised. Okay, so you can add what question might the audience ask about this presentation. Okay, so now here Copilot is giving you the questions. This is what participant can ask, so you can prepare yourself for the same so that you can answer. Okay, like here again in the suggestion, can you see that? Suggest answers for these audience question. And here even your answer is ready, so you can put your answers into the presenter note and that you can refer during your presentation. Hmm. So I have picked just the case study of executive. Anyone, would you like to give me any use case that you want me to cover here in this session? Hmm. No, Nagesh, your manager cannot access your personal chat. No, it's not possible. As Microsoft Copilot maintain the privacy of every users. So any information that is only accessible to you, let's say any personal chat, any email, right? Any communication done with any colleague. So your manager cannot access that. Okay, so team, if anyone, any particular case, if you want me to pick, you can please have a look. Sales, IT, marketing, finance, HR, operations, legal, all cases are there. Um, I can share you the link. If you want to practice, you can practice these case studies in your um, license or on Copilot chat. Team, just give me a minute. Let me have a sip of water. Hmm. Okay, so sorry, I'm back. Sorry for the inconvenience. Actually, I'm suffering from cough and cold. Okay, so team, let's continue. Okay, so Suresh has mentioned um, Copilot chat works in what? Okay, so Suresh, as I have just given you the demo of PPT, that how Copilot chat works in PPT. Okay, like I have used this Copilot chat. So Copilot chat is uh, the area that is open directly within your PPT or within your Word application, and you can ask any question related to the document or PPT opened. This is called Copilot chat integrated environment. Okay, integrated to Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Teams, Outlook. Okay, even let's say I have opened any Word document. This is a Contoso supplier agreement. So I will open this document. Okay, here I can use Copilot chat. Now let's say summarize this doc. So here I have a summary. If you want, you can follow the suggestion also. For example, please, please convert the format from table to paragraph. So it says that I can help you summarizing the document, generating the draft, creating content, and more. Okay. So it says that if you want to rewrite the summary as a paragraph, I can do it for you. Even here within the document, you can use a Copilot icon. You will be having this area where you can put your requirement, like convert this document into the um, paragraph, or you rewrite the summary as a paragraph. Like for example here, rewrite the summary as a paragraph. You can copy and paste it into your document. Okay. Now let's pick another case. For example, let's say you are from HR. Okay. Now, for example, you are planning for some interview that is for the role of graphic design institute designer. Okay. So the very first thing is that you are struggling with a job description. So you want Copilot should help you create a job description. So here I am going to write a prompt. I will open one Word document. Let me close this. So I have mentioned my requirement that I am a manager. My context is set, and we have currently started with the hiring process. Please review the attached document that outline the job responsibility of this role and create a job description based on these responsibility. Now the document I can refer, that is the Graphic Design Institute team responsibility. So I can go to that particular document. I can copy the link and paste it here, right? My document is attached. Now, whatever the team responsibilities is available here in this document, related job description will be created. Now, let's try that. So, my job description is ready. Okay. So, I can click on keep it. That is my job description. I will save the job description and save. For example, as per this job description, you have posted the advertisement and communicated to employees to pass on this requirement who want to apply for this job. Now, you have received so many resumes, let's say. But now another challenge is that you have to compare which resume is best, right? Or which resume you can call for the interviews. Okay. For example, now I want to do the comparison of the documents. So here I'm going to do the comparison of the resume I have received. So I have these 4 resume already available. I just need a prompt. And here I have mentioned that I am a manager, hiring manager, and we are hiring for the position of senior animation designer. So please create a report that compare the attached resume to the requirement, okay, and rank the candidate from the most qualified to the least qualified. Now, just find out your document. So I just need to find out the resume. Yeah, so I have few resume available. So first I will pick for Alex. The second one I will pick for so total 2 resume. And third one, and now the last one. So I have total 4 documents attached, as you can see here, attachment showing me 4 attachment, and press enter. Always try that the first prompt you are going to put should be the proper prompt. Means your prompt must be clear with the intention, why you are going to create it, right? And what is the source, what is the purpose, okay? Like I have mentioned that who I am, my role is set. I have given the source also, that is my files, word files. What is my intention? So my intention was to analyze the resume, okay? And what you want at the end? Is it like a list, any paragraph, any table, and a comparative study? What? So make sure your prompt is clear. Else, Copilot will give you the response that will be the generic one. Make sure it is always specific or the related one. So like here, my prompt was clear, my expectation, my objective. So I have the job requirement overview, candidate analysis. This is for Holy, Nestor, Patty. And here I have the comparative study. Can you see that? Relevant degree, experience, senior leadership, technical skills. So this is what the perfect analysis I have got. And here you have the ranking and recommendation. So as per the recommendation, Alex is the most qualified one. But you have the comment for other participants also. Okay. Like Holly is having the advanced degree and a strong creative background, make her a strong one. Slightly less senior level experience she has. So, on a overall study, Alex is the most qualified and the suitable candidate. So, conclusion the conclusion says that Alex is the recommended candidate. And here you can take your decision accordingly. So, Copilot is there to help you for making decision. Copilot is not a decision maker. Always keep it in your mind. As the co-pilot is always your assistant, is your helper, and you are always in a role of main pilot. So you can take the suggestion from the co-pilot, you can look for the help from the co-pilot, but co-pilot is not a decision maker. Okay, it's only a decision helper. And you can click on keep it. So this is what the final summary I got, and I have taken my decision. Let's say that Alex is the one who is most qualified. Okay, now I have to conduct the interview, and finally, let's say Alex is selected. Right now, I have to share the offer letter to Alex. Okay, so now let's prepare. Okay, there is one more thing I can do, that is to create the interview question. So, for example, I will write this prompt, and for this, I'm going to use a business chat that create a list of 15 interview question that should be asked to candidate, right? Applying for this role. See, these are few questions. So you can use these questions for the interview round. Okay. Now the last I'm going to try is like, let's say, after interview, you have selected the candidate, and finally you want to compose a email offer letter. Open the Outlook, new email. Oh, sorry. So here I will just quickly attach one file where employee benefits are mentioned. Now I'm looking from a co-pilot to help me prepare a draft. So I have mentioned my requirement that I am a HR manager. Please create an email offer letter to Patty. So here you can write Alex because Alex is selected. That offer him the position of senior animation designer. Alex Plant started date is 1st October and the starting salary is this, right? Add a note that if Alex accept this offer, I will send him a formal offer that he must sign and return. The tone of this email should be formal. Let's enter. No, I have got my draft ready, but just review once. Whenever you are looking for co-pilot response, make sure you are going to review and check once. Maybe the prompt we have entered, we have forgot to miss something. Maybe any mistake we have done, accordingly the response is generated. So it's always better to review the response generated, right? As let's say you are a manager, you have a team to handle. There are so many tasks your team do, but you are a final signing authority. But is it like, can you close your eyes and just completely blindly trust to your team and sign any paper? No, we do not do that. As a manager, we have a practice to review the response generated or the document prepared by my team, and then finally we do the sign. Right? Similarly, here, Copilot is your assistant, is kind of your team member who is working for you. So you are a final uh, person who is having authority, right, to pass this content to any other user in the organization, maybe to any external party. So always review the content generated. Let's say here, I will read the content generated by Copilot is that I hope this message finds you well. I am pleased to extend this offer letter for this position. We are highly impressed with your skill and all. Your plan is start date is 1st October and we your starting salary and so and so. If you are willing to accept this offer, I will proceed to send you a formal offer letter. But after review, I have noticed I have missed one point, and that is related to my employee benefit. So I forgot to mention the attached file and put that into the draft also. Okay, so what you can do? You can put the another prompt. For example, mention your prompt again. Thus, this draft looks good, but I forgot to ask you to review the attached document and add some specific employee benefits in the email. Also include a note saying that Alex should review the attached document. Enter. Now, Copilot is referring the attachment this time and drafting this email. And have you noticed there is one line added that for more that your plan is started in so and so. Additionally, we are pleased to offer a comprehensive benefit package that include health insurance, retirement plan and paid time off. For more detailed information on the full complement benefit, you can refer the attached document, right? So this is a perfect draft I feel like. And finally, I can click on keep it. Before that, before accepting that, you can um, look for more options available that can help you to prepare your draft in a more better way. Let's say you want to make it shorter, longer, or you want to change the tone, make it direct, formal, casual, and so on. For example, I want to make it formal. Done. So your response is generated in a more formal tone. Okay. So whichever the one you can want to accept, like right now there are three options of three response. Whatever the one you want to accept, just click on keep it. Okay. And you are good to draft your email. So you can imagine now for the entire hiring process how Copilot has helped an HR manager and a hiring manager. And lots of time is saved. So you can complete the process in less than the expected time. Anyone, any other question? Okay. So Nagesh, as I said, Copilot prepare the response with its best capability. But as this is what the technology, the system, you are always in a role of main pilot. As I said, you can trust on Copilot in terms of security and the privacy maintained in your organization boundary. Second, the response that is generated, make sure you are going to review that because the response depend on the prompt you are putting. Like the current draft I have prepared, I missed one point. Accordingly, response was generated. So you can review the response generated and you can ask Copilot to rewrite, or you can put the additional comment how the response should be generated. Okay. For example, you are into marketing. Let's say you have put the prompt that you are a marketing director of marketing research. Conduct a market analysis, the latest trend, consumer preferences, and the most popular time. This is what you have mentioned. If you want to reshow, you want to reconfirm, you can verify the response generated. For example, I have attached 4 resume and asked Copilot to do the comparative study. So whatever the response is generated, if you want to verify, you can open the related resume and you can verify the information, right? So like here, I'm a director, I want this market analysis should be done. So I have got the response from the Copilot. But let's say I feel like this should be in a tabular format that will help me to do the comparative study. So I will mention, please format in, please put it in table format. Right, so I have got the information. So this is really going to help me to take the final decision. Okay, so you can keep on putting the prompt and you can ask Copilot to change the response in your expected way. Now let's say when you are putting the prompt, there's some best practices you need to follow. Okay, let me show you that. So once you are writing the prompt, these are some best practices. Let's say the prompt you are putting, make sure it is clear. Even for the human beings, when we talk with each other, if our sentence is not clear, other person is not able to understand. So what we do? Can you please repeat the same? So we frame the sentence so that the other person can understand. Similarly, here the co-pilot is just like other human being, right? A virtual human being. So co-pilot need a clear prompt so that it can understand and will prepare the response with the proper quality output. As Microsoft says that you can trust on this AI technology, that how these models are trained and all, maintaining the security and privacy. But you should always trust on the output, but make sure you are going to verify. As a human being can do the mistake. Okay, so you can verify the response generated by Copilot. If you feel like the response is not as per the expectation, or Copilot, like I remember the last time when I was taking the session, I was trying for comparative study, but Copilot was not able to read the information available in my attachment. So again and again, I was facing this issue. So if this is the case, you can write your response. Give the thumbs down. Share the screen that what response you have received. Okay, so Microsoft is always working on the feedback provided by the users so that the Copilot performance can be improved. You can have the help from these tools, but do not over rely it. Means just blindly trusting on these technologies. Trust is fine, but always look at the response. Try to rewrite the prompt, or writing the prompt in different way means like exploring your capability. In just place of thinking, can do this with the Copilot? No, try it out. Try the same thing in different way. This is what I can try. This is what I would like Copilot should be done accordingly. Okay, and always make a note that Copilot is always going to give priority to your privacy and security. So your personal information is never ever leaked. Copilot can never access the information you are not authorized for. Okay, only let's say any file you are only allowed to view. So you cannot ask Copilot to make any changes in the file because you are not allowed. So Copilot will check what right you have, what authority you have for any information or the file you are referring for. And accordingly, the response will be generated. So when you are writing the prompt, these are the four part of writing an effective prompt. Okay. So first thing is your goal. Goal is what? What is the end output you want should be generated? For example, I want to summarize the content. Creating a PPT. Put it into the tabular format, right? Generate the list of interview question. This is what my end goal is. Is it a 5 question, right? 10 bullet points, summarizing a particular paragraph. This is what the goal is. Now, context. Okay, you want to create the questions, but are you an interviewer or interviewee? Okay, like I am going to conduct the interview, so my context will be different, and you are going to attend the interview, so your context will be different. What type of a questions can be asked? As an executive, you have prepared the presentation, so you wanted to know that what are type of questions can be asked from the participants, right? Another scenario is like you are going to conduct the interview and you want that 15 questions should be generated that can be asked during the interview. So context is totally different every time. So mention your context clearly. Like the few prompt I have used, like this is the one. I am a director of marketing research, right? This is what you have set your context. And what you want, what is your goal? My goal is that I want to conduct a market analysis. Okay. Hmm. Now expectation means how Copilot should respond to you. Is it a casual one? It's a short response, it's a lengthy one, right? It should be in a casual way, formal way, how the language should be used. This is what the expectation is. And the sources means source may be any user. Let's say I have asked Copilot to summarize all the emails, chat and all related to Neha, related to Shubh. So the source is people. Let's say I want to do the analysis or to do the comparative study of the resume. So my source is the resume file, the 4 file I have attached, right? For example, in this prompt, what is my source? My source is I want to conduct the market analysis of toy industry But the source is the toy industry related to sales figure, latest trend, consumer preferences, right? And the most popular. This is what the source you are giving. It is not the generic study I want, but for a particular toy in some category, that's it. Okay. So I hope now it is clear goal, context, expectation, and source. So here's there is another examples like generating 3 and 5 bullet points. This is what the end output you are expecting. Then to prepare me for meeting, this is what the context you have set. Why you want this bullet point? It's because I want to discuss this point in my training or in my meeting. Then the source, where to focus? Email or Teams chat since June. So your source may be a username, any particular chat, any email, any time period, right? Let's say for the entire day, for the last few hours. This is what your source. And your expectation that use simple language so I can get up to speed quickly, right? I hope it is clear. These are again few prompting best practices like always provide clear and concise prompt, experiment in different style, try to generate the response in different style, different tones, give Copilot a point of view, means setting up the context, why you want the response should be generated, what is your requirement, and know what to avoid. Do not make it vague. Vague means summarize this document. This is a vague means kind of a vast area you want Copilot to look for. Don't make it a general, make it a specific one. Do not put so many sentences or question in a single prompt. Make sure your focus is clear what you really want to ask. And do not assume that Copilot will always understand your context. Make sure you are setting up the context clearly to Copilot. There are few limitations of Copilot. Sometimes the Copilot is not responding, maybe the server issues and all. So you need to wait. If you are putting the same question repetitive way, maybe the response can be different. Be polite, treat the AI like follow your ethics basically, right? Be curious. Don't hesitate to write your requirement or the questions. Whatever the doubt you have, just simply write the prompt, okay? Or you can even ask Copilot that this is what my query is. So Copilot will give you the suggestion. This is how you can write the prompt, okay? Iterate, and iterate means never give up, okay? When you are putting the prompt, the response generation is a dynamic process. If you have not got the response, try in a different way. Try to rewrite and find out the best response and accept that. And as Microsoft says that you are always welcome with the feedback, maybe the positive one or the negative one, so that Microsoft can work on it and improve the performance of Copilot. So team, here I have few more use cases like we have discussed executive. Similarly, there is for sales, IT use cases, marketing use cases, brainstorming marketing campaign, consolidate multiple marketing reports, analyzing the trend, finance use cases, HR use cases, operations, right? So team, I have already shared you the link. There are so many cases, so many exercise that you can directly try with business chat. This is what your business chat experience. Okay. For example, you are trying to create a Word document. The same prompt you can write here with a free license You can use a Copilot chat. Let me give you a demo. For example, this was a job description I have created in Word. But the same you can try in Copilot Business Chat. Review the attached document. Here you can add the content which is there in your local machine. So you can upload this document from the device. Let me check the file I need to refer here. So for your reference, even you can download these file. So I have downloaded. Attach, upload, and this is the file I have just downloaded, and enter. So I do not need Microsoft Word Copilot over there. I can directly use Microsoft Business Chat, Copilot Chat, and my document is created. You can copy the entire response, right? And you can paste it into the Word document. Even here you have an option to edit it into the pages. Click on edit, and here you have this editor page where you can edit the response generated by Copilot. Let's say you want to add any content. So put your cursor where you want to add, okay? If you want to add a new point. So wherever you want, you can make the changes. Let's say this is what the response I do not want. I want to remove this section. This can be deleted. Okay. So here you can actually edit the things, edit the response. And here you have the word icon. You can open the same in Microsoft Word and open. Now the same response you can get in Microsoft Word. Okay, it says that you do not have the license, no problem. What I can do, go to Copilot, close. You can share the same response with your colleagues, or you can ask Copilot to convert the same into Microsoft Word. Okay, for example, my editing is done, and here convert the response in Word document. Okay, so here I got the response that it is converted into the Word document. You can download it. Let's click on it. The response is downloaded, and here my Word file is created. Okay, so if you do not have the paid one, no problem. You can even try the business chat, the free one, and create your PPT or the documents. Okay, so team, that's it from my side. Thank you so much everyone for joining the session. Let me know if you have any query, any question so far. I am there to respond to you for the same. Okay, so Shubh, over to you.
Okay, ma'am. So thank you so much, everyone, for attending this session. Um, Do make sure you fill the feedback form before ending the session. Once you are done, just quickly drop a message that it's done or you have filled the feedback form, and then you can end the session. So it's a request, everyone, and I hope everyone enjoyed the session. Thank you so much once again, and please don't forget to fill the feedback form. It will be really helpful for us. So please don't forget to fill your feedback form. Once done, just give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Uh, okay, thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Vignesh, for your feedback. I request everyone else also to please do fill the feedback form. And once you are done, you can end the session. Thank you so much. Ollie, we have learning achievement badges. I've already shared the link in the chat box, so you can redeem your badge. That's your learning achievement badges.